Well, here we are. It's the 14th of March 2025, about 10:30, and it's the last day of Urban Dead. This is a role-playing game that it's been running for nearly 20 years, and it ends today because of new UK legislation which stops you, or at least it legislates against online activity. So this game has in-game messaging. You can use mobile phones, you can use a radio, and obviously they're concerned about groomers and people like that using it. So the guy that created it, Kevin Davis, decided to shut it down rather than conform with all the legislation, which is a shame, because I'd played the game for many years and got some of my characters up quite high. You can see the stats here. I've got characters at level 45. I don't know how you get to 46. I think I must have to buy something maybe, but you can see here there's 6,000 active characters on it. Back in the day it was absolutely rammed, but 20 years later it's a bit old fashioned, but people still are drawn to it. I've got 5 characters, and you're not allowed to interact with each other. You've got to have standalone. They call it zerging if you use multiple characters to achieve a single aim. So what I'm going to do today is just play through my 5 characters and see how the game ends. It's been promised that it'll just go with a whimper rather than a bang, but we'll see. Hopefully there'll be a surprise in store. So without further ado, let's go back and get logged in and see who's playing. Okay, this is Dreddful. It's not a misspelling, it's a pun on Judge Dredd, the 2000 AD comic character. So he's my most experienced character. You can see he's got 15,000 experience points, and he's got every activity you can get. The way the game works is you start with basic skills, and by interacting with other players and achieving goals, you get points, and these points you can buy skills. So you can choose how you start the game, as a human or as a zombie, but invariably your human will turn into a zombie at some stage. You can see my man Dreddful here has died 135 times. So the in-game mechanics are that you can get revived. So you can either stand in a cemetery or go to what you call a necrotech facility, where they give you an injection and you come back to life. There's other aspects to it where you can get a thing called brain rot, where you can't be revitalised unless you go into a powered up necrotech building. So that skill's usually for people who are determined to continue as a zombie. So it's quite basic. You can see here from the infrastructure that it's just boxes. There's 100 10 by 10, 100 different districts, and each district's 100 boxes. So you get 10,000 boxes that you can go to, and each has its own description. The majority are buildings that you can enter or exit, but some are just like, let's walk here to Merson Walk. That's just a bit of ground which you traverse. So I can show you the that's the city map here, and you can see Dreddful's presently in Lerwell Heights. It's here, and the Wikipedia sections for this is pretty impressive. There's pages for every single box and city group. So you can see here this is the actual box we're in. So at the moment we're Missing Walk, above the Mountain Hotel, and you can choose where you want to go. As a zombie, you're limited in what you can do in terms of interaction with other players and with the buildings. You can smash up the buildings, or you can bite the players and get them infected, or you can kill them, and this gains you points. When you get to Dreddful's stage, where he's fully loaded with all abilities, you generally try to get involved in missions. So you might get in a group where you want to, say, storm a mall, something like that. So and then you can kill the people inside it and turn them into zombies. And I suppose ultimately the point of the game is to have everybody a zombie or everybody non-zombie, but we'll see. Let's say this game predated the Walking Dead comics by about 3 years. Not that zombies are new at that point, but it was quite innovative, and I worked with a load of guys of 2000 AD boards, made a team called the Necronauts, and we would just carry out various missions and wander about and have a good time. So Dreddful doesn't have a lot to offer, because I say I'll probably just need to find somebody so I can attack them and show you how that works. The way the buildings work are that the yellow ones are powered, so they've got a generator and fuel, and there's normally people in there, but quite often they will be locked up. But you can see here this building's doors have been left wide open. At the Halo buildings, there's also one in the centre, the one you're actually standing at, so we'll have a quick look in there. So we enter the building, but there's nobody there, so there's not much to see. So you can see that people spray things in the wall. You do that with a spray can, which you can find, and I think this is one of the reasons why the game's fallen afoul of the legislation, because you can't be writing messages to people you don't know, because it could have ulterior motives. So, which is a shame, but it's just the way of the world, unfortunately. So we'll keep moving. So let's see. So this building has been very strongly barricaded. They go up to extremely heavily barricaded, which are really hard to get into if you're on your own, but you can be part of what you call a horde of zombies, where you can attack it in a group and you can get in quite quickly. And a lot of these are orchestrated via things like Discord or Reddit, where you can get a group of like-minded people and plot a wee game, and that's not illegal in the mechanics of the game. The only problem is if you get the Zerger types that load up with 10 players of their own and knock your club down, it's not very much fun. So let's have a look at the hospital. So this one's been extremely heavy barricaded, so not getting in there. Let's see. So Dreddful's just wandering about here. There's not an awful lot to see. I think if he's in the parties, we've got a lot of activity on Discord this week and on Reddit, with people in the pubs, the inns and whatever, gathering together and talking about old times and generally saying goodbye. So we've moved over into Mornington. And here's a zombie down at the Question building. So, and there's somebody else here. So a bit more activity in Mornington. So here we go. There's Emperor Xanatos is here, so we can have a look at him. He's a new player, so there's not much benefit in beating him up. He's only joined on the 13th of March, which was yesterday. But we'll have a wee attack at him anyway. See here, I can attack with my hands for 3, I can headbutt him, or I can toolbox him, which is the apparatus I have with me. So let's have a look. We'll just give him a quick smash with the hands, see what happens. So we attacked him and missed, attacked him and missed, attacked him and missed. There we go. So we've got 3 damage. So his health goes down 47. My health is currently 60, which is the most it can be. And I've got 11 action points remaining, which is the number of moves I have in the game. So there's not much point. I won't be able to kill him because it'll take another like 15 hits. So I'll just leave him be. Somebody else can eat him later. And we'll move on up through Crooken. There's another zombie. The zombies don't show their activity, so you can't click on them. As a player, you can use a DNA scan and get their information, and let you know if it's a friend or somebody in your group or just a random person. So that was Dreddful's last wee wander about. I'm going to keep him at 5 action points and log in again near midday to see if there's any big activity, and just so he can see the lights going out on his own. So we'll leave Dreddful for the time being and have a look at somebody else. Okay, this is Wagg, who is named after a Tintin character. Put him up here. He's an annoying insurance salesman. I used to work in insurance, so he's quite a presence in my online personas, quite a few. So you can see that Wagg, if you're dead, it says you're dead. So I just say I'm Wagg, so I'm alive. He's quite a prolific player as well. He's 11,969 and he's level 45. And I've always found as a player it's more interesting because I've got all these things. I've got good firearms, combat, I know my way about, I can find things, and I can operate radios and whatever, so quite a lot going on. So it's interesting that the room I'm in here, inside St Matthew's Hospital, there's my friend Dog Diva, who was one of the group I was in, the Necronauts. So dog, or Bruce to give me his school name, or Brian, sorry, there he's there. Connected with me back recently, because I hadn't played this game for like 10 years, and I started back about maybe 2-3 months ago, and then it was only then that the news of the game being taken down came up. So I put a post in the 2000D forum, and Dog Diva came back, and we had a couple of interactions where he brought Dreddful back to life for me, which was difficult because if you're a brain rot person like Dreddful was, you have to do it inside a powered necrotech building, which is quite hard, but we managed to arrange it. But of course, he gets stormed and he get killed straight after, so never mind. So you can see here the functionality you have. You can speak, so I'll say, hi there dog, ready for the last dance, and we'll speak. And he'll see that next time he logs in, it'll be on his page. There's also the option to graffiti, there's none written here. So I'll get spray cans here, you see, sorry, alright. So I've got a spray can, use the spray can here and enter text in the graffiti section. So I've got a few lined up here, so I'll just put watch the end of Malton on the button News 71 YouTube panel. So if I just hit that graffiti, and it says watch the end of Malton, the button's on your channel here. So the spray can his season runs out, so anybody else comes into this room will see this is graffiti. So it's the worst advertising ever, of course, because the game's only an hour left to run. It's doubtless somebody will ever see it, but it's a bit of fun, and who's to say the game won't come back to life again one day and get reactivated. So I'll say just away for one last hack, say safe, and speak, and then again that'll appear in his new information when it logs in. So the problem with the game is, yeah, obviously this is open to abuse, and that's why they've had to take it down rather than go through a big methodical period of changing the game dynamics. I think the guy doing it's doing it for 20 years. I don't know if he makes any money off it, probably not. The only money I've spent on it, you can pay, I think it was $5 to get your IP safeguarded, which meant you could play more than the standard allotment of 160 moves a day. So if you get 10 characters and you pay them 50 quid, you could just play all your characters all day without worrying about hitting the IP limit. So anyway, so Wagg's just going to go for a walk here, and hopefully we can find somebody. I've got angle free running, so we're inside a building and you can just jump on the roof to the next building. So I'm inside St Pius's Hospital. I can see here there's one guy that's 59, so I'll just show you what I can do. Is Luke S is not full health, so if I go to Luke S, hit a first aid kit, oh, it's already at full health. Somebody else must have upped him in the last seconds or so, never mind. So you're unlikely to find a zombie in a building, so what we'll do is just go to an adjacent square where there's no building, and this will take me into a car park. So I'm now on the street, and right next to the street is a zombie outside this building, and what I'll do is I'll try my DNA extractor on him, and it's Fonzo Diva. So that's good because this is either a friend, relation, or an extra character of Dog Diva. So what I can do is I can revivify him for 10 action points. So I've got 39 action points, so it's not costing me too much. And this is what I'm using here as the revivification syringe. So here we go, I'll give him a quick zap, and you get a wee story here about the glittering material going into his neck, and it starts its work. So when this character logs in again, he'll be on the ground and he'll come back to life, because otherwise the zombies will just eat him while he's waiting to be reactivated. So next time he comes in, it says you'll be reactivated by Wagg, and you can go on your way. So that was good. So I'll see if I can find a zombie I can beat up or shoot or something. Yeah, so there's a zombie down here. The ones you have here, usually the ones in cemeteries, are looking for a revivification. So I'll see if I can help this guy, because it's nice to be alive in the last day of the game. What you need to do though is check them first with the DNA extractor. And this is somebody called Ellen Faust. So let's see. Well, Ellen's level 37, so she's been playing a long time, so it's only nice to get her. She is down as PK killers, which is player killers, which are generally bad people because it's basically psychos that are killing their own kind, but it's all fun, it's all allowed. So let's give Ellen a quick zap. And there's Ellen back to life. So there's one more for the living. I don't know if she'll be able to utilise this skill in the last odd hour of the game, so we'll see. So Wagg's down to 9 action points. I don't have too much left because bringing somebody back to life is quite expensive in terms of action points. That was 11 1 to check her and then 10 to heal her, so I'm doing kind work here. So just down here at the Black Hole Arms, I can see human. Let's see, I guess a level 42, and they appear to have been stuck outside, so that's unfortunate for them because you can see there's 11 zombies here. Some humans going to get eaten, but I'll see if I can give them at least a wee boost. Right, so that's him being back up to 28. Can't really do a lot to save him though because one of these zombies is going to get him, but I'll give him another 2. So that's him nearly back to full action. And of course I'm standing outside, so I'll go in the Black Hole Arms. And then, so I'm inside it, the doors are open, so that means zombies can get in like this one has here. So I'll jump over to the literal building. And there you can see lots of people hanging about here. Quite a few of them have had bites taken out of them, whatever. So there's the thing here is the Kager Mall, which is one of the big malls in the game. It's like 4 blocks, only 2 action points left, so I can't get into it. But you can see the fact it's greyed out means that it has been destroyed and ruined. So these people are hanging about the back and just living out their days there. So I'll give Alan, he's got the lowest, so there's Alan's thing there, and he can have a first aid kit, and that's an extra 10 there. So and then I've got a spray can, so I'll use my last action point. They regenerate 1 every half hour, so if I come back by 11 at least I'll be able to see what's happening, and I can just do my graffiti, and I'll put up my spamming of my YouTube channel and see if anybody wants to come and watch the end of Malton. Malton's the city in which the game is played. So graffiti that in the wall. You spray, watch the end of Malton Buds on my YouTube channel, and that's me now asleep, so I'll be that way for half an hour or so, and we can have a look in later. So next up we have Florian TKG, who's one of my later characters. Florian was a character, a very minor character in the Button Man series of 2000 AD. I don't even remember what the TKG stands for, probably something meaningful at the time. So he's dead, so again we'll just have to have a quick run about. Let's have a quick look at Florian's history. So the group is Thank You Kevin. There was an online campaign to have a group made up with that name, so it would show up in the stats, but it doesn't look like it's happened because the stats aren't updated that regularly. But old Florian, he started as a zombie and he's never really got better. He has been revived and died 135 times over the years. So, and again he's a level 44, so he's got a bit of mileage on him. So I won't do too much with Florian because again it's a zombie, I've seen one already, but this is quite interesting in that it's Fort Pearn, which I'll show you on it's in Witten side. So Fort Pearn is so I think this is the thing, it's the biggest thing on the map. The 6 boxes here. There's another Fort Creedy, I believe, which I can't remember what it is, but essentially you can get inside the fort and defend it quite well, because the only way into it is through a gatehouse, which is one here. So we've got poor fat Tina is stuck outside because the other zombies about, so this is feeding time. So fat Tina's only got 12 health points left. Once you get to 0 you die obviously, and the fact she's in green means that she's had an infected bite, so she might have been killed already in the time I've been talking, but I'll attack her anyway. So attack fat Tina and miss. Attack fat Tina. There we go, down to 9, down to 3. There you go, you maul at fat Tina for 3 damage, grab hold of their set of dented, blood smeared, fort turned dog tags, they die. So sorry Tina, you're out the game. And while I'm here I can see Pern Forever's outside, and he's down to 12 as well. There's a facility called Feeding Drag where if you're killing somebody and you can't quite get them killed, you can drag them outside if they're under 13, and that means the other zombies outside can feed on them instead. So I'll kill Perrin Fever here. You can see why this game is popular and likely to get banned, because it creates antisocial behaviour. So that's me killed Perrin Forever for 3 damage, so sorry about that. There may be a moratorium on killing people, I don't know. I don't keep that up to date on it, so I may be getting a bad name here by killing people on the last day, but never mind, it's part of the game. So I'm at the Fort Perrin gatehouse. You have to enter the fort via the gatehouse, but we can see here that the gates hang open. So what we can do is we can enter the Fort Perrin gatehouse, and there's obviously a war going on here, because we'll get 32 zombies inside and only half a dozen players here, and they're all infected. So I am the police has just arrived, so what I'll do is attack him with my bite. You only get 30% chance, but if I do it 4 times you'll get infected at least once. You can see what, there you go. So he's become infected, so he's now green as well. So what I'll do is I'll attack Thomas here, he's nearly dead. Target's no longer here, so he's bogged off. The next down is Gas Star. You could say you're better taking on the ones with most energy, but I'd rather kill people, so there. There you go, so he's down to 22, so I think there's other zombies currently active as well. So he's down to 10, 7, 4, down to 1, I've got 5 action points left, and then he dies. That's quite an active day for Florian. That's at least 3 kills in the space of like 5 minutes, and I think Fort Perrin may fall today, because you can see here the lights are on in some rooms. The storehouse and the barracks, the lights are already out, so I think there's a concentrated zombie attack that I've chanced upon. So good luck to survivors, but I don't fancy your chances. But I'll log out with a few action points left so that we can see more fun later. So next up we have Steve's. This is one that I come in later with. This one's quite active. You can see here the amount of stuff going on. This is the radio station. I never really get involved in the radio stations, to be honest with you, because you know, these people telling their life story, but I just really come in and use up my action points killing people or healing people. So you can see here that Steve said he's obviously alive, and he's got a lot of gear. So he's got a flare gun, a few flare guns actually, and plenty of ammunition and weaponry. All I'll do is go out in the street and see if I can shoot some people, fire some flares, but may as well graffiti the wall while I'm here. Every one of my characters has got to do its bit. So watch into Malton. So there we go. Good advice for Emily at the best of times. And what I'll do is have a quick look and see what's going on elsewhere nearby. So we're currently here at St Ninian's Hospital. What I want to do is move over to the next building, which is Rolt Heights, next block, or the next area of the city, because I know there's a party on in one of the pubs at the Birchall Arms. So what I can do is I can just go diagonally downwards between the boards. So down to Schreiber, there's Neil Fenwick's in here, and again there's more, and then into the Birchall Arms. So there's a big party on in here. You see 98 survivors are gathered here. So there's a lot going on. Let's graffiti it again just so that they get to watch this video. Hello if you are in the Mutual Arms. But there is a moratorium here about killing MD, so the zombies have been let in. The doors just are left wide open. You may get what you call Zergers going in and killing everybody just for the fun of it, but I think for the most part people are just powering down. There's nothing really to be gained by getting any more action points or anything like that. So the zombies are outside the Birchall Arms. I won't break the truce. Let's see what we can do. So what I'm kind of doing is looking for there's a zombie down here in Banfield Park. So what I'll do is, just so I can have some fun, is I'll kill the zombie, or at least shoot at him. So You can see here the damage with the shotgun's the best, only 30% hit chance, which seems daft compared to a pistol, but you do get 10 damage. So my shotgun's loaded, so let's attack the zombie with my shotgun. And a miss, of course. And then attack the zombie, miss. You need to keep reloading it. I don't know if I've got any shotgun bullets left, actually. Yeah, I do. There you go, so that's knocked 10 down to 40. And what we'll do is we'll just shoot him till he dies with my pistol now. Pistol's out of ammunition, so you need to keep hitting pistol clips, but annoying. Let's went to punch. The punch actually worked, well done. This pistol's out of ammunition, so that was 6 shots, didn't hit him once, so that's pretty poor. Should be able to hit him quite easily in the daylight. Sometimes you're in a dark room, it's harder to get them, but I can waste my action points here because this guy just goes down to 38, so I think I'll just leave him be. I'll be nice and use my first aid kit in the zombie. So there you go, cure these infections, put up to 48, so that was nice of me. Wouldn't do that in normal game terms, but what can you do? And while I'm here, might as well fire a flare. Everybody within like a 10 block radius will now see a flare has been fired, so sometimes that draws people to the area thinking there's something worth having, but not today, I'm afraid. But let's move on. There's a couple of people outside. Church has been heavily barricaded, and we're going to start smashing away at that because there's only 12 action points left. So you need to find a room with stronger or lower, anything that's heavily or extremely heavily you won't get into. So this one's very strongly, so I can just enter pillager auto repair. And there's nobody in there, and you can just jump between the buildings again. So there's 2 guys in here. Somebody's put "We love you" on the wall. Let's change that to button. There we go. So smashing up the game. So I'm in St Ronald's Church. I'll just stay here because it's lit and it's place of worship and reflection, and well, not much else to do. Okay. So this is my last character, Buttonman 1969. I actually started this one a couple of weeks ago, so he doesn't have much in the way of things. We've only got a couple of things, and he's only 24 experience point, and we killed 3 times already. So the game is actually difficult if you just start afresh. I think that was well done. I've got the skills and talents, because it takes you forever, because you can't get any buildings and you can't really effectively attack anybody. So you end up just wandering about. And so there's a zombie here, so I can go up and have a go at the zombie. So I've got 35% chance of getting 2 damage on him. There we go, so I got the 2 damage, and that'll be my experience points. And once that gets to 75 or 100, I can buy extra skills that makes the remaining parts of the game easier. So he's down, let's see. So I'm not going to get another skill, I don't think, so I don't have enough action points to generate them. There's not much point just harassing this poor zombie. So I'll leave him be, but I've had a wee bite out of him anyway. And let's see what else is about. So this area is reasonably active. Usually the police buildings and hospitals are the ones that are powered up, because you can find guns in the police station. In the hospital you find the medical kits, which you can heal yourself or other players with. So it's the cheeky building. I've not been in there. Doors are wide open though, so there you go. So there's Looky Lulu's in there. So I'll have a quick bite at Looky Lulu. There you go, just to get a wee bite out of them. And I can speak, but you can't really speak much as a zombie, so I'll just say gar. You say gar. So, or maybe I love you, I don't know. So anyway, that's my 5 characters had their last workout. I'll keep an eye on the game for the next hour. It's now 11:03, so I think the game's got an hour left. And we'll see what occurs, whether it just dies a slow natural death with no necrotech available to save it, or whether there'll be a nuke goes off and just knocks us all out. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll check back later. Right, here we are, we're back in the city. It's now 4 minutes to 12, so the game's literally got minutes to go. My plan to get Buttonman 1969 has paid off. Lukey Lou has revived me with a Necrotech syringe, which is kind of them. Level 16 player, been playing over a year, so thanks very much, Lukey Lou. Unfortunately, to stand up cost me 10 action points. I've only got 6 action points, so this will be the last action the last action of Button Man 1969. So it'll take me to negative points. I'll go to sleep, and if the game ends as planned at noon, he'll never get to enjoy his newfound life. But that's the name of the game. So thanks, Lukey Lou, and enjoy your new life offline, Button Man 1969. And I've got an infection too. Never mind. Okay, so let's have a look. We're still active anyway, so we'll try the rest of the characters. We have our original character, Dreddful. A zombie said Gar, which is good. Not much to add to that, really. I won't move about though, because I'll just use my action points up, and I'm interested to see what happens. You get things like this. You feel drawn towards a block, 27 blocks east and 20 north, so that would take me a day to get there in terms of action points, and we don't have a day, so sorry, Dreddful. Let's check on Wagg, and he now has 2 action points, and we don't really have much to do. You can set a safe house, which I don't know what purpose it serves, but mine is a Wagner building. I think I'll just go in the Kager Mall actually and just die myself, live my last days out in there. So Kager Mall's actually empty. The zombies must have left, because no, I tell a lie, actually I've fallen out the Kager Mall. It's, if a building's greyed out, it means it's ruined, and your free running skills between the roofs sometimes doesn't work, so lose your footing on the ruined building and fall to the street below, injuring yourself. So I now have 1 action point and I'm out in the street. So what I can do is I can enter the mall for some sort of shelter at least, although it's probably full of zombies. So I'll enter Kager Mall, and there we go, I've entered the building, and I'm now asleep. So sleep tight, sweet prince, Wagg. Right, who's left? So Steve said, I think he's probably my best bet. Getting nervous now, that's noon, so I think the game could end any moment now. Good luck everybody, wish all long and happy lives. There we go. So that's the game died. Home Death closed down 14th March 25. Thanks for being part of it. So that's it. Basically an HTML message and text is all we get. So that's a shame. So we're down as planned. And it says here, in death the city rests. So I was glad to be here for the end of it. It's been a long run adventure. I say nearly 20 years I had a character in this, so it's a shame it had to come to an end, but in some ways it's a fitting end that they had a month or so of downtime where we could come to terms with the end, and that was that. So let's see what happens when we try again. This side can't be reached, so it looks like there's nothing here at all now. Oh, I've got in, so oh well, it's fun while it lasted. Good night everybody, and I'll see you the next thing. Take care, bye.